There is a large variety of industry-specific consulting services available within the larger consulting business. Having represented the general essence of what consulting actually is, it should not be surprising to imagine the diversity of possibilities that exist. Basically, as mentioned before, any area that lies outside of a company's operational focus will be fertile ground for delegation and consulting. In this video, we will take a look at some of the most relevant types of consulting services: strategy consulting, financial consulting, technical consulting, operations consulting, and HR consulting. Now let's get to it. But first, let me thank you for watching Rebel Economics. This video is the third one in a series all about the consultancy industry. If this is your first video, you might want to also have a look at the previous two. There is a playlist in the description and at the end of the video. Also, if you're enjoying the video, maybe consider subscribing. We have lots of content on everything from business and economics. So, let's get back to the video. The first type of consulting service that we will talk about is strategy consulting. Strategy consultants focus on and assist with the long-term view of a company. They take an active role in designing structural processes that will shape the very core and essence of the client's company. Their objective is to think holistically and to spot ways in which to increase the company's overall profitability, productivity, and competitiveness. Consultants in this brand build strategies and processes to reach long-term goals and monitor their implementation. Generally, key performance indicators are put in place and painstakingly measured to guarantee that the changes are taking root and that the results are profitable. Some of the most important companies in the world to offer strategy services are McKinsey and Boston Consulting Group. Another type of consulting service that is constantly mentioned both in the media and the news is financial consulting. Financial consultants review a client's financial situation in order to create and present a plan on how to improve the finances of the business. This may involve providing information and advice on managing investment strategies, tax issues, and how to manage the everyday expenses of the business. Consulting firms in the financial space are also called upon to help navigate singular financial events such as IPOs or mergers and acquisitions. The third type that we will talk about today is technical consulting, also known as IT consulting. Technical consultants tend to be professionals which are experts on a singular domain of business technology. They are hired by clients to help them either deploy and implement an existing third-party business technology or develop in-house a new technology system that satisfies the needs of the company. I, for example, am a technical consultant of a business software called Salesforce, which assists companies in the management of their customer data via CRM. Salesforce has a lot of out-of-the-box features, which clients can use as soon as they purchase the product. However, the true value of Salesforce, as well as many other ERPs and CRMs, can only be unlocked after heavy professional customization. That is what I do. Listen to the client's needs and processes and help them set up the software in a way which satisfies and improves their current processes. Prominent firms in this space are Accenture and Capgemini. Besides IT, finance, and strategy consulting, there is also operations consulting. Operations consultants focus their efforts on understanding the day-to-day activities and underlying corporate habits that define how companies and their employees work. They assess all levels of operations, including production, sales, distribution, and customer service. Their objective is to look in detail at the performance of each center in a client's company and uncover ways in which they could be done better to drive output and profitability. They are interested in how processes can be refined in terms of costs, time, staff involved, and steps required to best meet targets. Strategy consulting and operations consulting are very closely related. Strategy consultants focus on long-term goals, whereas operation consultants evaluate the behind-the-scenes processes and daily structure that enable the fulfillment of these goals. Many leading firms, such as Boston Consulting and KPMG, offer both of these services. And finally, the last type of consulting services vertical that we will talk about today will be human resources consulting. HR consultants handle matters concerning a firm's employees, from hiring and remuneration to absence management and benefits. They generally work with clients in the recruitment and transition phases to place the best people in the correct roles. They research and implement well-being systems such as benefits and team building exercises, attend to communication issues, and focus heavily on change management. But it is not enough with simply covering the need of a client for an HR department and executing on those functions satisfactorily. In many cases, successful HR consulting firms need to deeply understand the culture and objectives of the client firm. Without that knowledge, their decisions, while perhaps operationally correct, will fail, as they are missing the human context in which this type of consultancy firm operates. And that is it. Today we have reviewed the 5 most prominent verticals in the industry of consulting services. This should give you an idea of the sheer size of this market and its many facets. At the core of all of these verticals lies the same concept of delegation of activities outside the operational core of a given entity, as well as the natural asymmetry of talent that pushes companies to decide to delegate specific activities to professionals who specialize in those areas instead of trying to implement in-house grown strategies. Thank you for watching Rebel Economics. If you have missed either of the previous 2 videos on this series, the Consulting Industries playlist will appear on screen, and you can also find it in the description. If you enjoyed this content and are hungry for more business-related videos, why not check out our videos on how the Switch saved Nintendo? And if you enjoyed that one, maybe consider subscribing. We have much more content like that already live in our channel and coming down the pipeline in the following weeks. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.